Hello, this is Dr. K. In this series of videos, we're going to continue working from the Netbeans tutorial. And in particular, we're going to talk about how to connect the Affable Bean application that we have developed so far to our database. First, let's look at how we can add sample data to our database from within Netbeans. The database is already accessible from the Affable Bean project. Here's a simple way to add the 4 categories to the category table. Find the table in the database and right-click on it. Select View Data. This will bring up a new window with the SQL statement Select Star from Category. It will automatically execute this SQL statement and show you the results in another window. Right now, there's nothing in the category table, so you don't see anything. However, we can replace the default SQL statement shown with one that populates the table with some data. In this case, we want to populate the table with the 4 categories that we're going to use in our Affable Bean application. Remember that the category table has only 2 fields, ID, which is the key, and name, which is the category name. Inserting values into the name field will automatically create keys, which begin with 1, the key of the first category, and increment with each successive category you insert. Therefore, the command to insert all 4 categories is what you see here. Insert into category, and then a comma-separated list of fields. In this case, there's only one, name, in parentheses. Each field is in backward tick marks. Then we have the word values and a comma-separated list of records. Type in the statement as you see it here, then click the Run SQL icon. It will add the data to your database. To check that it did, type in the SQL command select star from category and confirm that the 4 categories are now present. Now let's add products to the product table. This is similar to what we did for categories, but we're adding more field values in our records. So the SQL statements at the top of this slide provide values for the columns they explicitly list after the table name. The 2 columns not listed are ID, which is the primary key, which again starts with 1 and gets incremented for each record, and last update, which is a time and will get a timestamp when any field in the corresponding product is updated. Once we have written all of the SQL statements that we need, we choose Run SQL rather than Run Statement, since we do have multiple statements here. Notice that the statement at the bottom of the slide is an alternative way of assigning values. Instead of specifying columns, we give all columns a value based on the order they appear in the table. Anything listed as null gets a default value. By the way, did you notice the category ID column? That is the foreign key that connects this table to the category table. Our category table has only 4 categories, 1 through 4. If I give you 5 seconds, can you tell me what would happen if I entered a value of 5 for the category ID column? 5 seconds starting from now. The answer is that you would get an SQL error saying that a constraint on the foreign key had failed, and the product you tried to add would not be added. Here are all of the products we're going to add to our product table. You can add them by directly typing in SQL statements like those we saw on the previous slide. Alternatively, you can add the Netbeans Gui Editor, which allows you to add, edit, and delete data. Finally, you have a similar interface in MySQL Workbench. Once you add the data to the database in either of these applications, it will be viewable from the other applications.